It's time for a new accessory video. In this video, we're going to go through 3 of the best meta accessory sets that you could be running in Type Soul. One of them is an overall build with a good mixture between defense and Rei regen. The second build is going to be focused on Rei, so if you want the most possible Rei. And the last one is focused on mode, so you can be able to pop all the time and have it last longer. Also, at the end of the video, I'll have a spot where I go over which buddy you should be running. I'll have one for Quincy, Arrancar, and Soul Reaper, and there'll also be an overall best buddy to use, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so for the best overall set, I actually recommend you run this all the time because there's really no point going mostly Rei or mostly mode focused because not every game mode you can pop mode, like in ranked you can't pop mode, so there's no point having mode focused things. And also, it doesn't matter how much Rei regen you have if you die in like 3 hits, so that's why I think this is the best one you could be using. Anyways, for this you're going to run Mark of the Dead legs for the legs. This one's a Halloween event item, so you have to trade for it, but it has 3 HP, 0.5 posture, 1.2% defense, and 10 Rei. Similar to the Mark of the Dead body or Mark of the Dead legs, this one, Mark of the Dead body, is another Halloween item. You're gonna have to trade for it. This one has 3.5% defense, 1% meter gain, 2% reduced meter drain, 3% Rei regen, 15 HP, 5.5 posture. And then again, another Halloween item, Soulfire Halo. You'll have to trade for this. This one has 4% Rei regen, 6 HP, 4 posture, 2% defense, and 8 Rei. The buddy we're going to be using is Green Another Day. This is the overall best buddy because it's able to be used on all races, and it is really nice to land. Like, if you land it like that, they get ragdolled for a bit, and you can combo extend, so that's why I think it's the best one. And it's not locked to any certain race, like, you're not locked to, like, Fire or Shikai, or you're not locked to, like, Stark. So that's why I think it's the best one. For your head, you're going to run Benevolent Scarlet, which has 1% Rei regen, 4 HP, 3 posture, and 2% defense. This is different from the last build because the head accessories are pretty similar. There's one that's better in defense and Rei, but because this one has lifesteal, which is its passive, I think this one's way better. You get more value out of it compared to like the marginal difference in defense or whatever. Alright, for your neck, you want to run Ouroboros Pendant or Cursed Hood. They have the same stats, so don't worry about which one you have. They're the same. I have Shiny Ouroboros Pendant, so the stats are 1% Rei regen, 8 HP, 3.5 posture, and 2% defense. Your emblem, you want to run Frisky. This was a code item, so you will have to trade for it. This one has 2% Rei regen, 7 HP, 2% defense, and yeah, that's it. For your face, you're going to want to run Reinvent Diadem, which is another code item, so I think you have to trade for this. I don't know if it's tradable though. If it's not tradable, you can run an item called Spectral Crown. It has 8 HP, 2.5% defense, 1% Rei regen, 15 Rei, and 2 posture. So if you don't have Reinvent Diadem, it's called Spectral Crown. It's another Halloween item. You're going to have to trade for it. Anyway, it says 1.5% Rei regen, 10 HP, 2 posture, 4% meter gain, and 2.5% defense, and 10 Rei. For your arms, you want to run Berserker Wraps. This one has 3 HP, 2 posture, 2.5% meter gain, and 2% defense. And lastly, for your waist, you want to run Strongest Tail. This is probably the best one for it because it's the only one on the waist with stats. So just run 5 HP, 3.5 posture, and 3 Rei. The overall stats for this build will give you 13% Rei regen and 17% defense. Okay, so for the better Rei focus set, it's going to be the same items except these few things. On the head, you're going to change to the Dark Fang headband, which has 4% Rei regen, 7 HP, 3 posture, 1% defense, and 5 Rei. On the emblem, you're going to change to Fang Star, which has 5 HP, 1% defense, 4 Rei Outsu regen, and 10 Rei. For the torso, you're going to change to Yuhawk Almighty Cloak, which has 13 HP, 3% defense, 2 posture, 5 Rei, and 4.5% Rage regen. For the arm, you're going to run Siphon's Ticker, which has 10 HP, 1 posture, 1.5% Rei Outsu regen, and 15 Rei, and 1% meter gain. For the waist, you're going to change to Orihime Band, which has 2% Rei regen, 2 HP, and 1 posture. So it's pretty simple, same build, except you change those accessories. Similar to the Rei build, the mode focus build has the same overall accessories, except you change these few. On the face, you change to Bejeweled Earrings, which has 7 HP, 1% defense, 1.5% Rei regen, 1 posture, 2% meter gain, 4% reduced meter drain, 2% defense penetration. And on the neck, you can run any of these accessories because they have the same stats. Storming Beast, Bleeding Willow, Flying Hurricane, and Reactive Cetro. They all have 7 HP, 1% defense, 1.5 posture, 2% meter gain, 2% reduced meter drain. For the torso, you run Duality Hiyori, which has 25 HP, 1.5% Rei regen, 3% meter gain, 5% reduced meter drain, and 1 posture. The arm, you run Siphon's Ticker, which has 10 HP, 1 posture, 1.5% Rei Outsu regen, 15 Rei, 1% meter gain. And for the legs, you're going to use Cursed Pants, which has 2 HP, 0.5% defense, 1.5% Rei regen, 1 posture, 2% meter drain, or meter gain, sorry, and 4% reduced meter drain. For the back, you're going to run Thunder God Wheel, which has 10 HP, 2 posture, 2% Rei regen, 2% meter gain, 4% reduced drain, and 2% defense penetration. And on the waist, you're going to run Sun of Revival, which has 3 HP, 1 meter gain, and 2% meter drain reduction. Now onto what I believe the best buddies are for every single race and the overall best one. For the overall best buddy, it's Green Another Day. You saw it earlier in the overall build. This is because Sanguinaire is able to be used on every single race, and it's got pretty good range, really good ragdoll, and combo extends to a ton of stuff. And you can use it on every single build as well. Like, it doesn't matter what you are, you can always find a way to make Sanguinaire work, because it's not locked to any certain skill tree or moveset. Now for the best Soul Reaper one, Green Another Day actually is one of the best for it because it applies a blood mark when you land it. So if you're playing blood on SR, it's kind of a god build. You're able to use Sanguinaire, instantly proc your Z, and it's true into any move because of how Blood Z move works. Blood Z ragdolls them for around a second, so you're able to do basically any move for free damage. One of my top builds, if you have seen the video, is the SR Keto Blood, and because Sanguinaire is amazing and applies a blood stack, I'm able to put Sanguinaire down, proc my Z move, and do like a true Shinton Raiho. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, another one you can use for Soul Reaper is Nano, which lets you get Legacy Fire. And the reason why Legacy Fire is so good is because it has no end lags, and it's basically true to most moves. Like, I think the Scenes is true into the X, or the X is true into the C. But overall, any of the abilities has crazy ragdoll or stun, where it forces them into either a parry check or just a true combo outright. For the best buddy for Quincy's, I'd say it's Siren. It's a spec, or gives the spec, Ryatsu Javelin, which is a little blue aura that it pushes off of you and lets you combo extend. It's really strong on Q Keto, or just any build really. There's no stat requirement for it, it just gives you the move. And it's really nice. It doesn't guard break, but it puts a lot of pressure on them, and it's really nice. It also reduces Juggrim Shield's crit CD, which is probably one of the best Quincy weapons, so it's pretty nice. It also has some passives with some things I think also balance. I'll put it up on screen. Now, Arrancar is where it gets pretty interesting. There's a lot of options for the best buddy, and it depends on what build you're going to want to be running. One of them is called Dripmongerer, which gives you Aftershock, which is a bone spec, which is pretty nice. Makes bone partials do more damage, so you can run that. Another alternative you can run is Keylock, which gives Crippling Storm. You're going to have to run 60 speed in Storm for this, and also makes your Battery C last longer, which lets you, I think, increases your flash up speed once you land it, or something like that. So, yeah, that's nice. Another one you can use is Minster. This is probably the best overall one, but you're forced to play Stark. But it makes your Sarah Matriella have multiple uses. It's the big shooty thing in mode. So, really broken. Stark C also does increased posture at almost GBs. And your Sonita Cleave has iframes, which is kind of crazy. But it doubles the CD, I think, to like 30 seconds or whatever, but it's whatever. And you also have a sub mode that lets you get Stark guns in base. It's a nerfed version, but it's still pretty broken. And it also lets you your Fast Fang guard break. So this is probably the best overall one for Minster. But again, there's a bunch of other ones you can use, like Vampire Cetro. You have to be Vamp and Forticendo, but it gives you Birthright, which is like a green aura around you that, what's it called? Pulls people in. You're not iframe during it. You do have hyper armor, so people outside of it will be able to punish you. But once you get somebody stuck in that like damage, it's unavoidable and it combo extends. Oh yeah, almost forgot. One of the other good ones is Kalan 4444, which gives you Grasp. You have to be 40 Hakata, and it buffs your slash partials to do slightly more damage. This one's really good because the Grasp not only combo extends most of the time. I don't remember what you can do after it because I haven't used it myself, but I've seen people who have used it on me go into other moves. This one technically isn't an Arrancar exclusive, but because it buffs the slash partials, I'm putting it under Arrancar. You can use this on other races though. Alright, that's it for this video. Please subscribe. It takes a little bit of effort to make these videos, and I'll probably make updated tier lists, so stay tuned for those.